This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And tackled down after a gain of 3, leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. 3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they let the throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
Well, that's what's called being aggressive right there. But I don't know that it's reckless. I think it's much more of a message. Hey, defense, I believe in you in case we don't get it. And offense, trying to let them know he believes in them as well.
I like it. Your first drive of the game in plus territory, be aggressive. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game.
To kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Smith. Going right back to Fant. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
13.
Out of the gun, Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to get this down the other 20-yard line. 4 catches now on this drive alone. They can't stop him. It's another 1st down. Well, they're not hiding who their central focus is on offense. Charles, he already now has 4 receptions here on this opening drive.
And I know people who are watching the game are thinking, did they forget about him in the defensive game plan? But it's actually been the opposite. They're giving him a lot of attention, but he's been very creative and savvy in his route running and finding seams and openings in order to create these completions.
The first look here for DJ Dallas. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Geno. And Walker has it. He's got room to roam. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker from 21 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. Running free at the 45. Off to the races. Inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, an even 90 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point up and good by Sanders. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it as we resume action. Sanders now to kick this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down.
49, 49.
On 4th down, Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Seahawks 28-yard line.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Here's Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Again, it's Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-7.
Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Throwing left side, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Now the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move. This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Mostert, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here we go on 4th down. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. Play action, now it's Tua. This will be caught, it's Waddle. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone instead of momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Ready! Cover, cover! Tuesday.
After the interception, here's Smith. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. It's 2nd down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Out quickly here to Smith and Jigba. 7 yards there and a 1st down. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Slow ball, slow ball.
Now Gino on first down. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 37-yard line. Here's Smith. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
On first down, it's Smith. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
Second down, here's Mostert again. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Go ahead. 20, TX.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they get back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Yeah, hit it. 32 stinger. 20 TX. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Tua now on first down. And that is incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They've been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult. There he goes, left side. And out across midfield down to the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble. When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Play action. It's Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
49. Flip it off, 49.
Throwing is Smith. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
21G.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
This 2nd and 4. They hand it off to Mostert. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 54 yards.
First down, Miami.
Tua now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-3.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up first and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. On first down, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's second and 10.
Check 59, cover.
Now Geno. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
17-3 the score as we resume action for the second half on EA Sports. DJ Dallas to return it from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Smith. Short throw to Disley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And they're going to speed things up here. Smith on 1st down. And Walker has it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
13X.
Now Smith. Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Smith going to move him around.
35-yard line.
Geno down to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Throwing again is Smith. To the right side, incomplete to Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Hey, it's a clip.
On 1st and 10, Smith. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw. Unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 62 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, let's go Wednesday, on Wednesday.
Here's Walker. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Daytona.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. Touchdown. Will Disley from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. booted away. And Hill will opt for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And Mostert going to pick up the Dolphins' first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Couple of Alabama guys there, Tua to Waddle for the Miami first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
This is 2nd and 8. Now Mostert. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 55 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Mostert. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. They'll run right side with Mostert. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
2nd and 10. Here's Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Dolphins have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Next to score, Dolphins 24, Seahawks 10. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Cam Smith, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, that is just a flat miss. He's in the pocket. The protection holds up. He sees his man come free, but maybe he just gets a little excited about the prospect of a long touchdown.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Dancing to his left. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And he's got it inside the 10. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Throwing now is Geno. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom.
It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
20 TX. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Ready.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 112 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Tua. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here comes 2nd down. Smith's going to throw it. Gets this complete to Smith and Jigba. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Here's Smith. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Smith to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But Man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is Mostert. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Try to take this home. They'll run. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.